Welcome back everyone to our Let's Play series of Dirt 4. So we're here in career mode and we've just finished up with our Michigan Wood Rally. In our previous videos, we've gone through from the very beginning, getting started and introduced to Rally. Then we went into the Rally B and finally we've got into Rally A. In today's video, what I want to do is take a look at the USA National Open. So we go into this race and we're starting to accumulate a little bit of money. We're a little over $100,000. And you may notice that this money doesn't exactly match up with the previous video. And the reason for that is one of my objections to how the game is set up is it does not separate the career mode with your free play. And what I mean by that is if I run free play stages or events or anything outside of the career mode, it still is going to lump in all of the money into the same essential category for me. It doesn't separate anything. It also runs everything through my sponsorship. So anything, what I really wish I could do is just simply load up a stage with a car and go race without having to worry about affecting career mode and basically just have things separated so that I can just go race and not have to worry about anything. Game doesn't do that though. So as we move forward, if you notice that sometimes these numbers don't necessarily match up, maybe I've gained a level or something, then that's why that is. So it's not necessarily something I enjoy, but it is what it is. We're going to move on. So we're going to move on today to the USA National Open. And one of the reasons is I just want to complete these things. This is a career mode, and I want to race in as many of these as I can, at least to the point where maybe I figure out that there's something that I don't enjoy. Maybe I'll stay away from that. But for the most part, I want to try to get as much of the experience as I possibly can. So we notice here that I do have one car in the garage that would meet the standards for this particular event, which is good. Of course, we only have one car right now in our garage. And then we have 4 cars that we could get on loan. Now that becomes important because as we move forward, you can see if I want to run here, I don't have any cars in the garage for most of these. Only 2 of these can I run our current car in. So we're going to either need to purchase a new car or get a loan vehicle. So for now, of course, we're going to be able to use our car. And looks like we're going to have everything in Michigan, 2 stages for this particular event and 2 stages here. I do not like the look of the fog there because the fog is absolutely disastrous for us. So as always, our difficulty settings, we're using the toughest AI that we have available right now. And restarts, I've got them on 3. Not that I particularly plan to use any of them, but they're there, I guess, just in case something catastrophic happens. And I really, really want to use them. Everything is pretty much on as much simulation as I can get it. A few things that I don't see really affect much, such as the automatic windshield wipers. Don't see that really does a whole lot to change the immersion, but so that's our difficulty settings. And also, as always, I am using a Logitech G920 steering wheel and pedals. So for those of you who might be thinking about using, maybe a joystick gamepad setup versus the wheel and pedals, I'm using a wheel and pedals from Logitech. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to use our same Ford Fiesta car that we've been using. So let's go back and see what we've got. So we've got it's saying a climb, a little bit of an elevation change there. Okay, 1.8 miles, so not very long. Then we've got a much longer stage, comparatively speaking, 2.68 miles, but it's also very flat. So let's go ahead and go back and hit start to go ahead and start the event. So now it's just as we were looking, not a whole lot of complication here. I can admit it's going to take me a little bit of time probably to get back into the handling of this car. I was actually, when I pointed out that the money was different and mentioned that I was doing a little free play, what I was trying to do essentially is just get back into the hang of driving. Unfortunately, due to some health concerns and job concerns that have changed over the past couple of weeks for me, I have not been able to play this game very much. Aside from making the videos, I was basically just trying to get back into the hang of it and get a little driving done with some different vehicles just to see what's in store moving forward. And what I found just very quickly was that the cars in the future definitely handle a lot different than the car we have now, and that's for various reasons. But I was both excited and a little bit anxious to get to some of those cars. So for now, again, as I've mentioned before, I'm not going to do anything as far as tuning the vehicle. I am letting the team take care of that, the AI take care of that, even though there are some things I definitely would like to try out on this car. For the purposes of the spirit of the career mode, I'm going to stay away from it for now. We'll see how long I last on that, though, depending on how things go and how aggravated I get with my driving versus the handling of the car. So for now, we're not going to do any shakedowns. I want the stage to be completely brand new to me. And let's go ahead and get started.
Let's get a clean
So we got
stage.
some rain.
A good race is going to show them we're ready for more.
Definitely got some rain here. And let's see, it looks like 1:35 is what we're shooting for.
5,
but for me, I'm not
4,
really so much shooting
3,
for that.
2, 1, go. Left 6 over crest, dip 150.
I essentially want to see if I can just get a clean stage in here.
Right. Post outside 60. Post
Oh my
outside.
goodness. Well, I'm definitely going to have to get used to this car again. The car I was just driving.
Right 6.
Yeah, the car I was just driving a few minutes ago was four-wheel drive.
Left 4.
Much more powerful,
Right 6.
and it had no trouble whatsoever
Right 5.
getting through
right
those
4.
hairpins and slinging the back end around.
200. Right 6 over crest, 100.
All right, yeah, this car, very different feel. All right, let's get the hang of it and
Left
get going.
6, don't cut. And left 4, long, 200. Left 4, long, keep in, don't cut, 250.
Ooh, need some more power going through here.
Right 4, long, keep in, don't cut, 60. Right 5, don't cut.
Way too slow
and
through
right
that
4,
corner.
don't cut, 100. Left 4. And right 6. Into left 5, 100. Right 4 long, tightens, keep in, don't cut. Into left 6,
Oh, this is not a good stage at all.
Right 4 long,
I am
keep
driving
in.
horribly right here.
Left 5, 60. Over finish.
Oh, we are not going to make it
Alright,
to
get
the
into the
finish.
control.
We didn't even make it through there. All right, but we made it to the end. And there we go, right to the stop sign. And
Awesome
oh my
result.
goodness, seriously, we won that
was
stage?
unbeatable.
Wow. Okay, that felt horrible to me. Hey, but I'm not gonna cry over a victory, that's for sure. So, but again, it's just gonna take me a minute to get back into the handling of these cars. I'm actually pretty shocked about how differently this car handles to the car I was just driving. I forget which one it was. It was an R5 car, just to see sort of what is in the future of the rally cars, and it is very, very different from this car. This car not only feels slow, which is to be expected because it's very underpowered in comparison to the high-end rally cars, but the handling is so much different. This felt like I was driving a dump truck compared to the other rally car I was just in a few moments ago. So we end the stage in first. I'll definitely take that. And so now we're going to move on to the next stage, which is, comparatively speaking, going to be a little bit more complex and definitely a longer stage. So let's go ahead and continue there. And so far, so good. And maybe I can do a little bit better because, again, I don't feel like I did very good at all on that stage. There were multiple corners that I felt like I took way too slow. But we're going to keep going. Okay, so our goal is 0 vehicle recoveries. That's always a good goal to have, I think. So now here we go. We are in the top so far in our division. I'm going to resist the urge to do any tuning, and we are going to move on to the next stage.
Conditions are decent.
Without any serious damage to the car, always a good thing. All right, so 218 is the time to beat, but again, I'm not particularly worried too much about that.
4, 3.
Let's just try to get a good stage, have some fun.
Go. Left 6 over crest, dip 60. Right 4 long. And right 6, 200. Right 4 long.
I'm going to
keep
do a lot
in,
of trail
60.
braking here, which means I'm going to spend a lot of time on the
Left
throttle
6 through dip.
while
Water
just
splash.
easing on and
Right
off
5.
the brakes. Oh, here we go.
And left 6. Left 4. And
Missed a
turn.
few calls there.
Left
Oh,
2.
hello.
60. Right 4 long.
Wait, which way
don't
are we
cut.
going here? We're going left. All right.
And right 6. Don't cut. 130.
All right, that call I got. I felt like I was a couple of calls
And right
behind
6.
with her there.
Into left 5.
And that's just down to me not paying as much
Left
attention
5,
as I
60,
should, no doubt.
Right 4, through dip. Keep middle over crest. Left 5, 200.
She keeps saying don't cut, but I'm not
200,
sure. Some of these obviously have the berms on the right and left to keep you from cutting, but some of them don't.
And left 5, 40,
So I'm wondering,
through dip. Right
what
6
should
over
I be
crest.
doing as far
Don't
as
cut.
pushing the limits?
And right
Because some of
6,
these I could
and
really
left
hit
5, 40,
a
through
nice
dip.
apex,
Right 6
but it
over
would seem
crest.
like I would be
150, right 4
doing too
long,
much
keep in, 80.
as far as cutting the course. I'm trying to stay as much
Left
on the
6
main track
long.
as I can.
And turn, acute left, 60. Right 5, 60. Left
Well, I
6,
tried to sling it
don't
around a
cut.
little bit more there. It did a terrible job of it.
And left 4 long, 250. 200 over bumps.
Oh, yeah, see, slow down way too much on that. All right, where are we going?
60, turn,
Left
acute
5,
right.
okay.
And right 6 long, 80.
That was a little better, but still not anywhere
Right
close to
4
where I want
long,
to do with this
don't
car.
cut.
I just feel like the car, for
And
the
right
most
6,
part,
don't
it's
cut,
a front-wheel
100.
drive, so I'm trying to
Left
keep
4
that in
over
mind.
crest.
And it's a starter
right
vehicle,
6.
for sure. Even
And
though
left
I'm
5,
butchering
150.
most of this driving,
Right 6 over crest.
it's meant to be a little bit more stable, but it just feels clunky to me, particularly after
finish.
driving. Woo, okay. But we had another corner coming up there.
Okay, take it to the control.
All right, so we come through in second. Okay. So I should have won that one. I was definitely much slower than I should have been. All right, so
Great
not
work.
bad. Let's see
finished
where
in
we
the
are
top 5 of the
overall.
class.
Thankfully, we didn't do any serious damage to the car, even though we had a couple of opportunities to. So overall, first. All right, so I like that. I like that a lot. It keeps us going, gets us the maximum amount of money. We get to stand up here on the podium, collecting 25 points versus 18 for second place. All right, we increase our sponsorship relationship, which is always good. You got to keep those sponsors happy, so the money keeps flowing in. They get exposure, you get exposure, everybody wins. And all right, so repair costs were pretty low. We didn't do any serious damage. May have clipped a few rocks or berms, but nothing too bad. We get to level up as well. And now we are a tenderfoot, which I believe is level 7. Yeah, there we go, level 7. So not bad at all. We'll take it. And some nice money earned so far. Now we're going to head on to stage 2. And again, really going to hope that we don't have any of that fog, because the fog renders me, for all intents and purposes, useless. All right, looks like we're going to have some, again, more in the 3 and 4 type turns for the most part. A few hairpins thrown in here for good measure, it looks like. Total of 3 of those, and I don't like it. So we've got some mist and maybe some fog. All right, let's go ahead and skip past the intro. Okay, so we're looking for at least 1 clean stage. Okay, hopefully we can get that, and that would get us another $1,700. Okay, so we're going to start off again in our particular class. We're going to start off in first, and we're going to try to keep it there. Okay, let's go ahead to the stage, and looks like we're getting
think about upgrades. A win
near
here is going to give
nighttime.
us a good payout.
Okay, my co-driver is all over me about some upgrades, and oh, we are very close to nighttime here.
5.
All right, here we go. Let's have some fun.
3, 2, 1, go. Right 4, through dip, keep middle over crest, left 5. And right 6, and left 5, 40, through dip, right 6 over crest, don't cut, right 5, don't cut, and right 4, don't cut, 80, right 4, long, And right 6, 100. Left 6, don't cut. And left 4 long, 200. Left 4 long, keep in, don't cut, 250. Right 4 long, keep in, don't cut, 60. Right 5. And right 4, 60. Right 5, keep right over crest, 60. Turn, acute left, 60.
Ooh, almost lost it there.
Crest, 200.
Oh, turn, car, turn.
200
Wow.
over bumps, 60. And right
Okay,
6.
I can't see much here.
And left 5, 40 through dip. Right
Ooh,
6
hello,
over
come back
crest.
here.
Left 6 and right 4 and bump and left 6. Right
Slow
5.
down a little bit too
Keep
much
right
there,
over
for
crest,
sure.
60. Turn acute left, 60.
Cute left.
Crest, 150.
Oh, car just kept sliding. Terrible
Left
driving
4,
on my part.
long, keep in, don't cut, 100.
All right, I feel like these lights on my car
Right
need to
5.
be quite a bit stronger
And
here so
right
I can
4.
see. Not sure how it's coming through on the video, but it seems pretty dark here on the
Left 6
screen.
through dip, water splash, right 5.
Oh, water splash and
And left
splash.
6,
There we go. We're gonna
150.
go down a gear, try to catch
Right
a
4
little bit
long,
more
keep
speed.
in, 60. Crest, 60.
All right, finally I got the rear end to come around just a
Turn,
little bit
acute
more.
right, 60. Oh, outside. Keep left over crest. Left 5, 60. Right 6.
Love those corners.
Into left 4 long.
Right now, I'm just-
keep in. Don't cut, 200.
I must be attacking them way too much because the car is just, the front end is just sliding.
All right, take her slow to the
Oh,
control.
I didn't realize we were at the end. I was enjoying it. All right, so it looks like we came home first. And by 2.6
result.
seconds, we'll
That
definitely
was
take that. No
unbeatable.
serious damage. And I like it. I like it. So let's continue with this type of pace. I can definitely get used to this. So we come in first on the stage. We keep our lead so far in the event. So now we're going to finish up with, looks like another 1.8 mile circuit with basically no change in elevation. So it's going to be fairly flat for us, only 16 feet of elevation change. Looks like we're going to go uphill at the beginning and then head downhill. So a little bit of a roller coaster there. I like it. One thing you can notice, boy, if you're paying attention to the speed of the car, when we go through those water areas, man, it really slows down the car. And there's not much power in the engine to really pull us through that. So those make a noticeable difference. And I may have even needed to go down 2 gears. Who knows? All right, so once again, our car looks to be, for the most part, untouched. A little dirt on it. I like that, though. Nothing wrong with that. So let's go ahead and get started with, I believe,
good to
is
go.
the
Have a
final
good one out
stage
there.
in the event, and then we're going to get paid. Let's hope that we can bring it home in first position. So a minute 40 is our
5, 4,
goal
3,
here if we want
2,
to capture the stage.
1, go. Crest, 100, 130.
All right, I don't know what the 100 and 130
Right
means.
2.
I'll have to admit there. It's one of the things I meant to look up.
And right 4. Right 6. And bump. And
All right, that was a new
left 4.
type of turn there. I haven't seen that one
And right
before.
6,
I've mentioned in
200.
previous videos
Left 6,
that
over
I've gotten to the
crest,
point
dip.
where some of these stages are starting to have some.
Turn, open, hairpin left, 150.
Oh, come on, stop, car, stop, stop, stop.
Right 6 over crest.
That was driver
100.
error, no doubt. And we are not looking good right now.
Right 4, long.
At least not for a victory anyway, but let's just try to keep.
Right 6, 200. Right 4, long. Keep in. Don't cut.
One of the things I'm
250.
trying to do to get this thing to turn
200.
is trying to
over
tap the
bumps,
gas a little
80.
bit, or excuse me, the brake a little bit as I'm going through the corner and not lifting off the brakes, or
Left
excuse
4.
me, not
And
trying to
right
lift
6.
off of
Into left 5.
the gas as much
Right
because,
4,
particularly
long,
because this car
don't
is
cut,
very
and right
underpowered.
6, don't cut, 80, right 5, left 5, and turn, open, hairpin left, 200,
Whoa, that kind of snuck up on me. Oh, a little too quick.
right 4 long, keep in, 60,
All right, so we're doing pretty good here. I have no idea
Left
where we are as far
560
as in the lead.
to
Quick
finish.
glance.
All right, take her slow
All
to
right,
neutral.
bang. Nothing like a wreck right at the finish line. Did we come home in first? Yes, we did. All right, so a little bit of damage there at the end. All right, we'll take it.
Perfect. Good job. Well done.
All right, so it doesn't look like visually we had any damage. I'm not sure if it just after we crossed the finish line it doesn't care anymore or what the case is, but we will take it. Another victory under our belts, and we're going to stand atop the podium. Where's our driver and co-driver here? Shouldn't we be up there waving at all the fans? I feel like we should be. That's what we've done in the past, haven't we? So once again, another $1,700 for having clean stages. Clean is a relative term. All right, let's see what kind of money we rack up here. All right, so wow. Okay, so we had about 35,000 before the career milestone added in, but another 52,000 there, and we will definitely take that. This also levels us up to level 8 to a hopeful. Means we're getting our hopes up about our driving skill. Still can't believe we finished first in that. All right, so we lead very handily there. There we go. Now we're out there waving at the fans. Apparently we were taking a little time to ourselves, debriefing with the team. So we come home with 50 points. Second place comes home in a tie at 30 points. All right, so very nicely done there. Did not expect to win that one with some of the trouble I had there. All right, so now that is going to end our Rally A career. It looks like, at least for the time being. We may decide later on we want to go back and do some of these events again. We'll see. But for now, looks like we're going to, in our next video, we're going to get started in R3, and we'll see what we decide to do. We can go for our first foray into the asphalt and see if we want to go that direction. Of course, we can go to Australia, to the Welsh, keep it in the USA. But for the most part, it looks like we're going to be getting into our first opportunity to use some different cars, because you can see here in 4 of the 6 available options, we do not own a car, so we'll have to look into some different types of cars, which gets me excited for the future. So thank you very much for joining me, and stay tuned for more of our Let's Play series of Dirt 4.